So I've had the Sony A7IV full frame camera for more than a year now. So I wanted to give you my honest, truthful thoughts on this. As somebody who is not a professional, I just make YouTube videos, and even then, I don't spend a lot of time with the production quality. And so this is something that honestly wasn't something that I expected to get. And so where it came from before this is the camera that I'm shooting this right now with the Panasonic Lumix G85 Micro Four Thirds camera. So this is a huge jump from that. And the main reason why I made the upgrade was because of autofocus. The Panasonic cameras, at least before the S5 II and the S5 IIX and the new G9 II, they had really poor autofocus, especially when it comes to video. And that was the main reason why I got this. So after using it for over a year, what are my thoughts on this from somebody who's not a professional? Well, this is a really incredible camera. I would say if you are somebody who does more pro work or semi-pro work, then this is probably one of the cameras that you're going to get. And this one has 33 megapixels, so this is really great for photography. And for video features, it basically has, I think, everything you would need and then some. And for me, this was actually too much now that I think about it, because this camera with all the accessories, I spent nearly $3,000, or it's a little over $3,000 when I include things like batteries and so forth. And so not a cheap camera, especially when I compared it to my Panasonic G85. I got that whole camera and a kit for a little over $1,000, and now you can get it for around $600 to $700. And so this is definitely a huge cost and expense. And well, I think that this is something that people who are thinking about getting a camera like this should really consider and think about what you really want to use it for. Because if you're just someone like me who just shoots YouTube videos and not in a real professional manner, meaning that I honestly do not have the skill sets to use something like this, then I would say you're probably better off looking towards a camera that's more entry level, you know, anywhere from the $600, $700 to the $1,500 range. And there are a lot of great cameras at that price range that will give you pretty much all you would need when it comes to creating YouTube videos, talking head videos like this. And also another thing that I did not realize is the size of this. You know, this is a full frame camera, and even though the body is nice and compact, the frames are larger and typically they are more expensive. And so I kind of thought, well, I can use this like my Panasonic G85, and I tried to vlog with this. Well, it was pretty heavy and not a great idea. And also at the same time, one thing that I still think could be better with this, and this is because I'm coming from a Panasonic camera, is the stabilization. It is really good stabilization, but when compared to the Panasonic G85, as I'm walking around and doing my vlog videos, the Panasonic is still better. But newer models of the Sony cameras are getting better with stabilization. But I still feel like companies like Panasonic and Olympus still do it better when it comes to stabilization. But other than that, this is actually a wonderful camera for people who first can afford it. And secondly, I would say more importantly, for people who actually have the skill sets and experience to use a camera at this level. This is definitely not a beginner level camera. However, obviously, if you do have the money to get something like this, you know, get it. It's awesome. But I think for the vast majority of people out there, especially if you are a content creator doing YouTube videos and you're primarily doing videos like this or vlogging style videos, then you know what? You might want to save your money. Get something that's more entry level, whether it's a Sony camera, Panasonic, Canon. There's so many different cameras out there in that price range. You would probably be better off with it. And at least for me, I've been thinking a lot about the Panasonic S5 IIX ever since Panasonic finally decided to add a phase detect hybrid autofocus system. It's finally given me the camera that I want, and me really loving what Panasonic offers when it comes to their stabilization, their overall image quality, and the absolutely crazy amount of video features that they put in their camera versus the price that they're charging. They are an amazing value. But at the same time, having the Sony A7IV for over a year now, I see that this is a camera that still has so much to offer. There's so much I have yet to use and learn from this camera, and this is a prosumer level camera, or even for professionals as well. So there's still a lot that I could do with this camera. And at the same time, when it comes to camera brands, Sony has, I think, one of the best ecosystems out there when it comes to lenses, camera selection, and also in their professional cameras. You'll be able to use a lot of the same lenses as well. And so there is a lot of potential with this camera that I have yet to tap. And there are so many people out there, especially in the world of YouTube, that uses Sony camera. And so there'll definitely be a place for this Sony camera. So I don't think I will be selling this. I think I'm just gonna keep this. And then if I do decide to get a Panasonic camera again, which I'm pretty sure I will, I'm probably gonna get that S5 IIX, then I'll have both of them available and just enjoy using them. But going back to my previous point, with the Sony A7 IV, a year plus later, I really feel that this is probably not going to be the best camera for you if you're starting out. Now, if you can afford it, go ahead and get it. This is an awesome camera. But I think for everybody else, look to more affordable options, because cameras nowadays gives you so many features. You're probably not going to be able to learn all those things, and you're going to be able to use it for years and years to come. And when the time comes that you want to go more pro, then there's cameras like this available. So if you did want to get this camera and you want to support my channel, I will leave an affiliate link in the description area below. And if you actually had any thoughts on this Sony A7 IV or any other cameras that you enjoy using, be sure to leave that in the comments area as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on another episode. Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and get started creating.